You see this? You see this right here, yeah? In my generation, us man, we were playing outside. Shock, horror. We used to cycle in the forest and played with sticks like dogs. But it was fun. Now, everybody, these children, all they do is open iPad and do renegade or some stupid crap like that. Oh, I just want to cry. Hi, this is Editing Estrella back again. I just felt like I should leave this clip in because it's just me posing for my thumbnail, you know, giving them face. Anyways, roll VT. Hi and welcome back to The Estrella Show. I'm Estrella. You know, right? I'm so cute. If you're new, yeah, and you want to join the gang. If you want to be an Estrellita, it's really not that hard. It's easy as 1, 2, 3. Number 1, you like the video because you like me. Evidently, look at this face. Number 2, you comment if you feel cute. Look at these damn nails. Of course you feel cute. And then you subscribe. So what we do, we follow the hand. Yeah. Do you know how to follow a hand? Your eyes. Open your eyes. God gave you 2 eyes, 1 nose, 1 mouth, 2 ears, and 2 hands. Anyways, so follow the hand. Go down there. See, there's a red button. Yeah, you hit the red button, it'll turn grey, and now you're an Estrellita. Yay! If you feel like you want to stalk me or whatever, if you feel influenced, if you want me to be your influencer and you feel influenced, then you follow the social media, the Instagram, the Snapchat, and the Twirra, you know. Okay, I was forcing it there, but I definitely have a list, but I can't say influence properly. Influence. Anyways, so I just wanted to kiki with you guys for like a couple seconds. But yeah, we're doing A&R, and I'm also going to start my new segment called Estrella Does Uni. Yay! Because if you don't know, I am not 16 years old. No. It's scary, right? You think, how can one have such skin? How can one have such even complexion that shines in the light of God? How can one have such cheeks, yeah, both ways, that are so nice and big and voluptuous. I said I'm an adult, bruv. Okay, so for the intelligent people in the room, we know that Estrella does uni, EDU, education. Because sixth formers, babies, because people are starting school now, like babies, I just feel like I need to waffle about what I got here and my intelligence. Do you get like how to become a uni babe, you know? Because it's easy to be a babe. Do you know what I mean? It's a bit of a challenge to be a classy babe like me. Do you get? But to be a uni babe, whole different level, okay? Whole different level. So first of all, to be a uni babe, you need to start your GCSE, okay? Like, I won't lie to you, revising for GCSEs was always a scam. But evidently, as we saw from this year, maybe doing work in class actually helps. Maybe. But I just need to remind the people, Year 12, Year 13. Year 13s no, but Year 12s. Don't be deceived. Don't be deceived. Just don't. This whole thing where you think that, oh yeah, I didn't even revise for 10 GCSEs. 4 A-levels is minor. No! No! No, it isn't. It's not minor. It's not. I won't lie to you. You are signing up to die. But Jesus died for your sins. So you will die, but you will resurrect for Year 13. Then you will die again. Then you will resurrect for the A-level exams. That never happened, but might happen for the Year 12s. But do you get the point? That's the whole point. It is a struggle. Sixth form, yes, it's banter. Yes, you move mad. Suddenly everybody realizes that men exist and women exist. And all of that jazz. Everybody suddenly discovers alcohol, you know, everybody wants to drive. Everything's a bit mad right now because it's like an exponential like speed towards adulthood, yeah. And then when you get to adulthood, then you're sick of it. and you just regress mentally to 5 years old. So you become obsessed with pink and unicorns. But that's not the point right now. We are talking about this stage of life people are entering. You need to get into a new mindset, because when you become a uni babe, yeah, it's not for fun. It's not anything that you can just be like, oh, it's not like your friends will be helping you, your parents will be helping you, your parents will pay for your transport. It's not like that. It's actually not like that. You have to find money. You need to eat to live. I don't live to eat, I eat to live. All right. So if you want to eat to live, you're going to need some money. I don't care if you're some last child, you have the last child syndrome. Don't care if you want only child silly situation, yeah? As an eldest daughter, I will tell you now, I don't care if your parents will pay for you. Don't care. Don't care if you have siblings that will pattern you. At the end of the day, you are breathing oxygen for you. Your parents don't breathe oxygen for you. They probably die and break their backs just for you to live. But at the end of the day, you breathe on your own accord. Probably not apply uni babe however you want. But if you want to be a uni babe, you need to realize that you're going to be, only you can make yourself a uni babe, all right? So when I say that, hard work and determination and motivation. In fact, in this case, negative reinforcement goes a long way, goes a very long way. So if you want to avoid things, you do things instead. Do you get? You don't want to be pregnant right now? Then let's be a bit wise with protection, yeah? You don't want to become an alcoholic? Okay, let's think about drinking with moderation. Let's think about drinking water. You don't want to be living in the streets with no degree, no A-level, no GCSE? You working class. You want to make that money? You have to put hard work into it, or some sort of work, or some sort of effort, because I know fraud boys, they don't really break their backs, but like there's something going on that needs to be done. Do you get? So I need to motivate the person watching this that you can only get where you want to go by putting in some effort, and in that space between where you are and your ideal self, that incongruence is only good. It's actually only good, okay? But Proverbs, don't have an idle mind, okay? He will provide, but don't have an idle mind. So for the year 12s, because I feel like I'm focusing on you man a little bit, but even year 13s too, it's still applicable. Because I won't lie, for year 12, I can't lie, you just play around until like February, and then you realise that you have end of year exams that determine your predicted grades for uni. So then like suddenly you just start to revise. You know this gentrified platform they call YouTube? There's a certain like area of YouTube. There's UCAS YouTube too. So on UCAS YouTube, you will find people like what's her name? Ibsmo, like Eve Bennett, like what's her name? Unjaded Jade, all that man day. This is how I organize my photo. This is what's in my bag 2019. All of that jazz, yeah? And whilst pink and purple pens go a long way, I promise you, there are people out there that have zero care for their pens in their pencil case, but will bang A stars regardless, okay? So let's make it clear that aesthetic does not bring A star. They may start with the same letter, but it's not the same vibe, okay? Thank you. The most important thing about this journey to being a uni babe is knowing who the hell you are, okay? This is a point in time when you're trying out new things. Cool, that's okay. Like outside of school, that's fine. But also in your academia, you need to find who you are, right? Know your limit and know your stretch. Just know yourself, because personally, I knew that like I can have like a psychology essay that's set on Thursday. I won't touch it until the morning is due. And I'll do it, and I'll still do okay, because I've absorbed enough information in advance. All I need to do is a quick plan and then write the thing, then move on. Do you get? Because I've already absorbed the information. For some people, you may need to after the lesson, you may need to open your book like after the lesson, because I can't lie, sleeping in lessons is a given. You will sleep in your lessons. It's fine. Don't feel stressed. You will sleep in the common room. You will be playing cards up until your actual A-levels, until they cancel them. You will be playing around. You will be doing lovey, kiss, party, drive, make money in our job. Do you get? If you know that you're not going to pay attention in a lesson, either read ahead or after the lesson on a weekend, catch up on all the things that were supposed to be covered that week. Bum licking teachers is real. It's so real. When I say bum lick, you need to feel it. You need to taste it on your taste buds, bruv. Because these teachers will make or break your whole reality. Know yourself, know how you work. For me, I knew that I struggled to work in my household because I'm the first daughter, so it's like I have responsibilities, and the way when everybody comes back from school, there's do this, there's do that. By the time I settle down, it's basically like 1 hour or 2 hours before I go to sleep. And if I stay up, I know that my productivity will go down. I know everybody's online trying to chat to me, so that doesn't really work. So for me, I used to stay at school. I'll stay at school, revise, or go to the library, revise, and then come home. And then when I came home, I'll just do all the things that I need to do and then sleep immediately. And then wake up in the night and do my work. Like, I'll wake up, refresh myself, pray, devotion and all of that. Then I'll do the work that I need to do. Then I'll go to school early, and then I'll do the work. And then during the day, I will still be doing my revision, or I can still play around. The difference is that I've used my hours in a different time and worked it around the way I live. Do you get? So you see all this UCAS YouTube, don't follow them, yeah? Don't feel like you have to come home at 5, eat at 6, socialize for an hour till 7, then work from 7 to 11. Because, baby girl, if all your friends are online, yeah, unless you have severe self-control, unless you're very, very, like, you like your books, yeah, unless you're one of them people who can just shut off and do their work, even though everybody's online, you don't have FOMO, that's good for you. For most people, it's best to work when everybody else isn't active. So tip number 1 is get to know who you are, yeah? So then tip number 2 that I was just talking about is build your life around who you are and how you work, okay? Yeah? Bum licking your teachers, as I said. If you don't understand something, they're there. If your teacher is poo, I am so sorry. But most departments would have like more than one teacher for each subject. So even if that teacher doesn't teach you, if they can help you, it's still a plus. If you can meet up at a lunchtime or doing your freeze, then that's cool. But you need to find help. If you do not learn something at a certain point, I promise you, it will affect you in the future. Unless you're a great crammer, it will affect you in the future. If you do not learn the neoclassical AD and AS model from the beginning, yeah, there's gonna be a problem when we're starting to talk about the endogenous growth model. I know UCAS YouTube says this a lot, but it's really true. Your freeze, yeah, it depends on your school. If your school gives you freeze, that's step number 1. If your school gives you freeze, if they do, yeah, from September to December, I guess you can play around a bit with your freeze, you know. You're still getting to know new friends, new boyfriend, this, that, this. I get it, yeah. But when you start to get towards your end of year exams, yeah, you need to start to understand when it's time to just say, yeah, I'm going to the library now, or I'm going to the learning zone or whatever to do your work. Most times when you do that, if you have good friends, then they would understand. If you have good friends, most times they will just want to join you and just be with you. Even if you're working and they're just there being quiet on their phone, they'll still want to be with you. But it's just a thing where you need to know yourself. As I said in the tip number 1 and 2, as long as you know yourself when it's time to shut out of a social event, go and do some work. You know when it's time to stop working and having the time to socialize, having the time to talk to your teachers and all of that jazz. It's just about knowing yourself. This time management thing, I can't lie, it's a scam. It's a big fat scam. Having a timetable, it's a lie. Everything you know, it's a lie. Everything you know in GCSE chemistry and chemistry A level, it's a lie. Everything you think you know in Spanish GCSE, you think you got a 9, now you think Viva la España, riba. You know nothing, bruv. You know nothing. Because when they start to give you 3 essays, 2 on a book, 1 on a film, that you have to give in on the same day, and you are still being beat up by present subjunctive. I promise you, no bloody timetable that gave you 2 hours to do that work will help. It will take 5 hours over a couple of days, and that's fine. Don't feel, you don't have to put yourself in bondage for free. Stop that. Stop that. If you know yourself and you make a timetable that works, well done for you. You're special, you're cool. I feel like I'm supposed to debunk all the myths about subjects like, oh, English literature, you're just asking yourself to die. Or, oh, A-level economics is basically the best A-level. Or, oh, doing A-level maths with all 3 sciences is the dumbest thing you can ever do. You know all that jazz. But I won't lie to you, I was a smart girl, didn't do A-level English, maths, or any of the sciences because I knew I couldn't sign myself to death. Like, I was going to die anyways, but I wasn't going to die like that. Okay? When they said A-level languages was hard, they meant it. They meant it. They meant it. It's not a lie. The problem is when it comes to A-level languages, it's more like, it's like English. It's like life. You're doing economics in Spanish, you're doing psychology in Spanish, you're doing history in Spanish, you're doing geography in Spanish, you're doing English literature and language in Spanish. Like, it's just everything you know in this life translated into another language, and you have to be analytical about it. Get to know yourself, so experiment, applying what you know about yourself in your academia, bum licking, how to use your freeze, and to actually journey into becoming a uni babe. Your personal development, I won't lie, is very linked to your academia. Do you get? Like, how you're developing as a person will affect how you approach your schoolwork. So that's what I'm making an emphasis on. In terms of your personal statement, it depends on your school, yeah, because some schools are very, very patterned, yeah, and they will make sure that you're doing something extracurricular by force, so that when you're writing your personal statement, then you don't have any worries. But I won't lie to you, there's this thing where in your personal statement, UCAS YouTube will tell you, but there's this thing on UCAS YouTube where it's like, oh, you have to read a book. With your personal statement, yeah, it's exactly linked to tip 1 and 2. You need to know who you are and what you aim to do in this life. Like, what is your passion and what is your purpose for life? Okay, what is the big question of your existence? You know, why do you breathe? Why are you choosing to breathe right now? I can't lie, it's really deep right now, but it's true. Why are you choosing to breathe right now? Why? Is it to make money? Why do you want to make money? Like, that's especially for university, but even with the degree apprenticeships and apprenticeships in general, when you have application processes, it's not like a job application when you just put in your personal details, put your CV, covering letter, and you keep walking. No, there's gonna be extra stuff. There's assessment days, there's literacy, numeracy, verbal reasoning tests. There's also like a couple essays you kind of have to write about you and why you want to work for the company, etc. But that all links about who you are. What do you bring to the table? Why do you want to go to university? What are you going to bring to the company that you want to work for? When you know that, it will make your academic study way easier because you know how you work, so you can work effectively. It will also help you when you're socializing with people, because then you know which people are bad vibes for you and which person you can say bye-bye, which person you want to do lovey-lovey kiss with, if that's what you want to do with your time. And it will also help you with your next steps. Okay, so for me, I knew that I am a black Nigerian woman living in the UK, yeah, and these people are teaching me UK stuff. Do I look like I give a damn? My personal statement came from because I'm uni. Okay, my personal statement was more like I felt like I'm in like I was talking like I'm in a cultural Venn diagram, because I was born and raised here, but the culture I'm surrounded by, the Nigerian culture or just black British culture in general, does have an effect on like the economy and the electorate, because, you know, we're the same people that vote for the government. So yeah, I just kind of like did a little waffle about how I felt things were a little bit Anglo-centric in terms of politics and economics, and I wanted a little bit more of an international focus on developments of different countries in Africa and the forgotten continent known as South America. Because I can't lie, when we talk about South America, it's always a bit like always talking about Mexico and Arriba or something. Like economically, politically, we just look at Venezuela and we're just like, oh. I'm very like about intersectionality and all that jazz, and that's just who I am. Like, I'm interested in different things. Like, as much as I'm Nigerian and as much as I'm black and as much as I'm straight, I don't just feed into those things in particular. I'm interested in a lot of things, and that's reflected in the way I behave. That's reflected in the stuff that I do, the music I listen to, the way I dress, and it's reflected in my academia, and that's how I wrote my personal statement. So what am I trying to say? To become a uni babe, you need to be a babe first. All those assemblies they drag you to, you actually don't have to go. You don't have to go. Is it true that your school will submit your attendance to your employers or universities? Yes, but they can't chat. They cannot chat if you're banging A stars. You might as well have 95, 92 or 89% attendance for the whole 2 years and have A stars. So, like, honestly, it's not every time you have to go to school. Find yourself. Listen, no white man can tell you when to do what. Because I promise you, the people who don't benefit from the sixth form experience are the ones that aren't focused about finding themselves and building a foundation for them to launch off of into the future and into their life in general. It's more so the ones that get caught up in what's going on around them, getting lost in the crowd, FOMO and all of them, man. There, I can't lie to you, it's not by force. It's not by force, okay? They do anything for clout. Clout will not pay your bills. Clout won't give you food. Remember, I don't live to eat, I eat to live. If you want to live, you gotta eat. And if you want to eat, you gotta make money, okay? Clout won't pay money. Unless you have sense to, you know, become a brand ambassador or something like that. But social clout amongst your year group, wanting to be the baddest, wanting to run train, all of that jazz, like, it's not gonna pay your bills, love. Like, if you're enjoying it, then cool. If you're enjoying it and if it's giving you the brain food, if it's giving you the brain food to do your work properly, then that's great. But if you're just doing it because you want to feel like a bad bee, you want to feel like a big man, then I'm sorry, love, you're not gonna go anywhere. Thank you, good night. I hope you enjoyed this video. It was a lot of waffle, so let me just overview the distant. Let me just make it clear as to what I just said. I just told you that Estrella does uni because Estrella does Estrella. My sixth form experience built who I am today. Before sixth form, I wasn't Estrella, you know. I was dust. Yeah, because stars are made of dust. But now I'm a star. Do you get it? So aggressive. So aggressive. But are you getting? My sixth form experience built who Estrella is today. I know myself. I'm not saying that I haven't got a couple upgrades left in me. Yes, my software is upgrading right now. I promise you, when I finish this university thing, I'm going to be built even better and even more different. But all I'm trying to say is that this sixth form experience built who Estrella is today. So I'm trying to tell you that whatever you're going through right now, even if you're not in like sixth form, whatever, if you're just in college or if you're just working, like this 16 to 18, 19, basically before your 20s, yeah, this is that time when you're personally developing who you are. Because you develop who you are, so your 20s is when you have fun, and then towards the end of your 20s you start to settle down. So you won't be doing uni babe if you're not the babe who you are. So experiment with the different things that you do to find who you are. Once you find who you are, establish who you are, and implement this in your academia, in your social life, in your spiritual life as well. I haven't waffled about that, but that's when you apply your identity, find your identity, apply your identity in your life, bum-lick your teachers to the highest degree. Do that. Actually do it. In fact, I'm not saying that you have to be like a teacher's pet, or you have to be a goody two shoes. Like, sometimes it's great to break the rules, but just know that your teachers are there for a reason. They don't get paid 27k or so for no reason, all right? And then the next thing is, your frees are not free. They're not free. And also, knowing who you are will help you convince people to take you into university or take you into a job, okay? And all those things, when you add it up, like, comment and subscribe, you know the bloody vibe. Normally this is the part in the video where I just say Estrella out and I do a wrap at the end, but I can't lie, we're clocking in at about 40 minutes on here, and I want to eat. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. Comment down below if you have any questions, and if you want study materials for Spanish or economics or psychology, I still have my notes somewhere on my Google Drive, so I can always email it to you. Okay, thank you. Estrella out. Honestly, everything I said in that video was a bunch of waffle. The only way you can be a uni babe is with God. When Philippians 4:13 said, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me, it's not about what you do. Don't be a self-centered person. Don't be a self-centered person. It's about Christ who strengthens you. It's not about what you're doing, your own strength. No, it is not. You don't live on bread alone. It's not only by man-made strength, it's through his strength. That's the only way to become a uni babe, job babe, apprenticeship babe. Okay, that's it. I'm tired. Use your frees. You don't have to use your frees. I knew people who were partying every single free and they were getting better marks than me. Because why? They knew themselves. They knew what they knew, and they knew what content they had to focus on, what content they didn't have to focus on. Sense. Common sense is what? Not common. See why people call me an auntie, you know?